I like to mimic his stance. That means if his right foot is forward, I'm gonna put my right foot forward. If his left foot is forward, I'm gonna put my left foot forward. All right, so his right foot forward, my right foot forward. And we're gonna start off by calling it slaying the zombie, right? So a lot of times when people start off, the first thing they do is they have the tendency to come out and want to reach. Whether they're reaching for double collars, which I call like steering wheel grips, or whether they're reaching for the back of the head to start kind of clubbing. But a lot of times the first thing they do is they reach. So what I want to do is I want to keep my hands close to my neck, and whenever they reach, I want to move whatever wall they built out of the way. I'm changing levels, I'm driving off of my back foot, and I'm stepping in with my lead leg, and deeper the step, the better. I want to make sure that my shoulder impacts the hip before my knee ever touches the mat. I want to make sure that my shoulder impacts the hip before my knee ever touches the mat. When this happens, you'll see this little fold over his back. When that happens, that's the perfect time for me to drive through, step up. I'm chopping and lifting and turning. So from this position again, I'm in my fight stance. When he goes to step in, I drive, heel, toe, knee, head up. I take my power step to my left foot. I lift, I chop. I'm looking down his back as I stand back up and drive. When I'm shooting, I want to shoot with my head up and my back straight. A lot of times when we shoot like a torpedo and we find ourselves looking down. All right, I want to be like a rocket. I want to be able to explode right back up. My left leg is my drag leg. Notice how it comes right back up. That allows me to now drive and cut an angle. I don't want to drive straight in because I'll find myself in a guard, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, so technique number one, fight stance. He steps in, heel, toe, knee, drive, cut the angle. I want to be inside body when landing. All right, with our partners, 1, 2, 3. I see it a lot in divisions, more than you realize. You'll even see it in a lot of bigger, higher divisions when people are starting to try and be aggressive and they start coming out with double, like trying to grab double lapels. All right, now the next position we're going to go into is what I call like a 50-50. It's where both of us have inside control. So he has inside control, I have inside control, I have outside control, he has outside control. This is a common position that you'll see in Jiu-Jitsu a lot. As much as I don't like it, you'll see this a lot, and we call this like a 50-50 position. What I want to do is I want this grip to be past the elbow by the tricep. And then I want to practice raising my elbows high to the sky and going chest to chest. And I want to do this 5 times. And then on my 5th time, as I pull him up, I'm going to duck under. I'm going to come up, grab the leg. You can hold the collar for the double. So, 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm not really going to count. Georgia education. All right, so 4 go on 5. 4 go on 5. So 5 and 5, 3 and 3, 1 and 1. 1, 2, 3. A lot of times when people shoot double legs, they shoot them incorrectly and they expose their neck. If there's an opportunity for me to get the neck, I want the neck. Okay? So let's just talk about the loop choke first. It starts off with me having a cross collar grip. Use your hand to feed the head into your armpit. So this loop choke is better than this loop choke. When this loop choke starts to fail by him pulling his head out, I will then go to that one. But for right now, let's let our body do the work. From here, I'm just going to go to my knee. I'm going to grab the outside of his pants leg, so not the same side, but the far side. And I'm just going to start to rotate around. I'm going to pull him in to where I'm looking like in a crucifix position. I want my elbows to go to my hips. while not letting go of the grip. I'm in a cross-collar position. Use the hand to feed into the armpit. I want to be over the hairline. I'm going to go down to one knee. I'm going to grab the far side pants leg. I'm going to rotate over my right shoulder. I'm going to continue to rotate until I'm on my back in a crucifix position. From here, I'm going to pull my elbows in, finishing the choke. Any questions on the loop trick? One last time. Saw who asked that. Yes. Put that knee down. I want to reach for the opposite leg, and I want the pants. This is a preferred grip. You can grab the ankles or whatever, but I like the cross-side grip. I'm just going to rotate around. Elbows in. Finish.
You want to try it out?
I wanted to see it. Cross collar grip, are we aiming for collarbone, chest, high neck?
That's a great question. I don't want this grip to be too high, because if it's too high, you're not going to be able to get the angle that you need. So a little bit less than rule of thumb. So usually on a choke, I'll talk about rule of thumb. I want my thumb to be behind the ear. On this one, just a little bit shallow of the thumb. I'd say yes, man, right around that jawline. All right, and that should give you enough slack to be able to rotate. Because if you get it too tight, you're not going to be able to get your head in that armpit. All right, with our partners, be easy on it. 1, 2, 3.